Sometimes a little change is good, no? It gives you the opportunity to move ahead in life, to grow and discover, to reach new bolder milestones, while still holding true to everything you stand for.
IDBI Federal has now changed to AGS Federal. It's the same old company but with a bold new outlook.
हैदराबाद में बैठकर लखनऊ से कबाब का लुत्फ, जनाब यही है जन्नत।
जस्ट माई रूट्स, लालच को पंख लगाओ, किसी भी शहर से खाना मंगाओ।
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Backstage with Boria, with somebody all of India wants to see him back with the bat, back with the ball, back with the, on the field, win India matches like he's done in the past. Everyone's waiting for you, Hardik Pandya, and now the L has also been added to the story that is still ongoing. Many congratulations first, leadership responsibility for Ahmedabad. So tell us more about it. When was the offer made? What did you think of it when you were asked to be captain? And what is your leadership philosophy?
So obviously, when I played for Mumbai Indians, I learned a lot of things. I played for India. I played a lot of great captains. One example could be Mahibai, the way he led us, the way kind of the freedom he gave us. So obviously, when the offer was made that, I get this new opportunity. As a cricketers, we always wait for such opportunities to come and flourish in a way that you put all your hard work basically. So when the offer was made, obviously I thought about it. I asked my family, I asked myself, I asked my brother, who's always a very important part of my life and my decision making. So we all came to conclusion that we always have that leader in you all the games we play, because the kind of situation, the kind of roles we have already done for Mumbai Indians and Indian team, I always thought that then the leader was always there. It was just that matter of time that I get to see on beside my name. So yeah, I thought about it, and I said, what, let's go for it.
You mentioned Mahi, and whole world knows you've been very close to Mahi. You're very close to Virat, Rohit, all of these people you have played with. Your thoughts on leadership? Have you taken some stuff from them? Have you got your own? I'm sure you are thinking. You are one of those people who must have started thinking about how you want to lead your team. So your thoughts on your leadership philosophy, Hardik?
Obviously, I've learned a lot from everyone, especially Mahibai, because when I went there, I was a raw material. The way he groomed me, the way he gave me that a lot of freedom, basically. He wanted me to make my own mistakes and learn. I genuinely thought, because not many people know, but in first class cricket you generally have a senior guy who guides you in all the matches. If you play Ranji Trophy, you play. So I think 99.9% of people have come up to such higher, basically Indian team in that sort of culture. When I came there, obviously I was like, Mahendra Singh Dhoni is there, everything will be looked after and everything. But that time I thought, why Mahibai is not saying a lot of things. I thought that he will tell me bowl here, bowl there, bowl there. But then later on, with the years to come, I realized that he actually wanted me to learn my own so that I can survive more and harder. I can learn on my own. So, which obviously that point of time I didn't realize. It was kind of, I was on back foot, because I remember that I was the first guy who on debut gave 22 or 24 runs. And post that, I thought my first game and last game. But when he called me for second over, I don't know, maybe he wanted to see how much, how I can swim in deep waters apparently. So when he called me, I was like, I genuinely by mistake, I'm standing at the extra car, I'm looking behind, and I'm like, me. Then I went, and obviously things changed. But the kind of what I learned from him was that he never showed you that he's there, but he was always there behind the scenes. He always told me, not on the field, he wanted me to be rough. He wanted me to be learning things and everything. But behind, I knew that he was always standing there making sure that this guy gets through. And my way of leadership is that you always do things. I mean, I set examples. For me, my leadership role means that I set example, I set culture, I set the attitude which the team wants to play with. I want to set the precedent where everything has to be followed. So my way of leadership is making sure that you take the team along. So my philosophy is not that too complicated. It's simple. You make sure everyone is in right spirit. Make sure the environment is nice. Make sure the players are feeling, at home. And eventually, all the players find once they get comfortable. Everyone knows what their potential is.
Lovely. And when I think of the IPL story over the last several years, and you have been such a successful part of that IPL story for the Mumbai Indians. Yes, you will play for a different franchise, but that's fine. I mean, what I see, even Mumbai Indians tweeting, you tweeting, the sense of respect, the sense of, affinity, love, affection, that still comes through in equal measure. And that for me is great about sport. Your IPL journey over the years, Hardik, it is almost like a dream come true. It tells everybody if you work hard, your dreams will come true. How do you look back at your IPL journey so far?
Kind of dream, as you said. Never thought, genuinely, if you ask me, never thought that I will be standing at this position after 7 years. Very grateful for Mumbai Indians, very grateful to the owners, very grateful to the management, the way they supported me. I actually genuinely felt at home, always. It was, it went so quickly. The things, the success, the downs, the ups, a lot of things happened in my life. But I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity and the faith shown by them. Because if genuinely I remember as well when I was picked in 2015, a couple of franchisee guys asked Rahul Sanghvi, our manager of Mumbai Indians, that who is this guy? So basically the world didn't even know that I existed. So for that I will be always grateful, and Mumbai Indians will always be in my heart always, and I'll always cherish those moments which I had with them. And yeah, from then and now it's been genuinely a journey, a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work, but at the same time, a lot of success also I've got there. So always
that's what I felt. I mean, each time I see one of their tweets, I see yours. And as I said, there are some things which are innately good about sport, and this relationship is one such. You will be captain of Ahmedabad, but the respect, the mutual respect that you all still have stands out for me. And that is tremendous, tremendous. Hardik, you just said, people didn't know who you were. Now everybody knows who you are. All of India wants to know more of who you are, more of you batting, more of you bowling, more of you fielding. Now tell me, where are you? Because we want to see you back in India colours. Where is Hardik Pandya? I know you're training every morning at 5:30. That's when you and I WhatsApp. And I'm like, you are up so early? You're like, I'm going for training. I know how hard you're working, but give me a sense. When do the country see Hardik Pandya back?
To be honest, things have been, I've always rushed in few things, trying to always keeping my team first, and I've always rushed into my preparations and everything. So this time I just decided that, my body needs, not body, but just that I wanted to overall get time with family, get prepared mentally, get fresh, because obviously we played a lot of cricket away from home, and plus because of the bubbles and all, it makes more difficult. And yes, everyone has tried their level best to give us the best facilities as possible, but eventually still staying away from your family is going to be difficult. So for me, this time I want to take proper measures and proper time to reflect on things which I need to work on, making sure that my body is fit, and working hard never stops. As you said, getting up. I'm doing 2 sessions a day, making sure that I push my body in a way where my body also cope up a lot of stress as well. So yeah, I mean, I work in. I mean, my hard work is always silent. I don't. I mean, as you asked, that's the reason. Otherwise, I work things on quietly, finish my stuff, and then carry on with the life.
No, the reason I asked is each of us, when we think of year 22, our mind goes back to the T20 series in Australia and Hardik Pandya standing there hitting those shots and finishing games for India. So we think of those and we're like, when are we seeing this guy back? We've got to be back for India, back in that side, because we've got to win a world title. Since 13, we haven't. So that is why all of India will want to know this question. So is IPL the comeback platform for us to see the full regalia, for the full Hardik Pandya once again? Are we going to see you full blow IPL?
Yes, that's the plan, and working hard for that. And as you said, my ultimate goal is, and the reason I don't want to rush as well, that because you mentioned the World Cup is coming, and I genuinely don't want to rush anything, and make sure that I am at my peak when the World Cup comes. Because for me, yes, I have said multiple times, and I'll always say, winning the World Cup will be the most important thing of my life. So my plan, my preparation is all for the World Cup. It's all for the Indian team, and once I get that, I'll be quite a happy guy. So I mean, I know a lot of people will be happy, but I'll cherish that moment a lot. So for me right now, the focus is to get prepared. Obviously, IPL is there. IPL will be a nice preparation for me, but main ultimate goal will be always World Cup.
And this time, Hardik, when you got this leadership role, you also have to groom talent, because you are now a senior pro. I mean, you will have a lot of youngsters under you. You will groom talent. It's the Indian Premier League. Have you thought about that? That the IPL gives you a platform to groom talent for the future, make a telling contribution in that sense as leader?
For me, always, for me to give back to the sport was always important. I became who I became because someone groomed me. Right? There was a lot of people who put their hard yards. There are a lot of people who put their effort to make the person who I am, make the cricketer who I am. So for me, since even in Mumbai is my side role or my side goals used to be always to groom all the youngsters who are coming. Because for me, how someone was there for me, I always wanted to be there for a lot of youngsters. So for me, when I get the leadership role, I have a bigger picture to play with. So it's always going to be that way, where I want to give back to the sport and give back to the players, because I'll give back. I know that eventually they get their identity. They will help a lot of players as well. So for me, this time I'm very excited because I'll get a lot of opportunity to help, a lot of opportunity to learn myself as well, a lot of things about myself, a lot of things about other individuals. And but ultimate goal will be to always groom them, help them out. My door will be always 24/7 available for them.
Each time I see you, whether as a batter, bowler, as an all-rounder, you've pushed your body. You've pushed your body for MI, you've pushed your body for India. This is called backstage. Can you give me a sense how you pushed your body over the years? You pushed yourself to make a telling contribution. Even when you and I had last interviewed, you were making a comeback. Your body has gone through multiple operations. It's not easy to make comebacks multiple times. Can you give me a sense and add COVID to that, add bio bubbles to that, add mental fatigue to that, and all of a sudden you're like, how is this possible? Give me a sense of how you have been able to do so over the years, time and again.
I mean, for me, it's sense of motivation as well. Yes, I know my body has had challenges. I know I have been in, I have faced a lot of challenges in terms of making sure that my body is well. Because I always go back that I was never a fast bowler. So I give my body a respect as well, that the kind of way it played for a good 4 or 5 years, it gave me trouble, which is fine. It eventually, a car also needs a lot of servicing, right? So, but for me, even if something happens, I look at positives. I get time. I always want to get better, right? So in betterness, you will get setbacks, but setbacks can't set you back. You stay there, you learn, and you take one step forward. So, as you said, I'm not someone who cribs about something, but I was at my peak when COVID hit. I was just making a comeback. I worked I worked good 4 or 5 months rigorously to make sure that I played the DY Patil. I was full flow, and then COVID hit. And then 7, 8, 9 months, my body was, because no one was allowed to go anywhere. So with me, my body, I mean, a lot of people don't know, but with my body, if I don't get to play a lot of, if I don't train, it actually, it's difficult for me. So I have to keep training. So for me, people don't know, I've been training for the last 4 years, max, and if I'm not exaggerating, max I would have rested 2 months, because my body does not take, I mean, it can't take rest. I need rest in a way, but my body always needs to do something. So when the COVID hit, 6, 7 months, there was nothing. No one was able to do, and I understand. I mean, my problem was very little. A lot of people were struggling in a lot of other factors. But speaking of myself, that period, kind of pushed me back a couple of more months. That 4, 5 months, which I rigorously worked hard, it kind of went back. And then obviously a lot of breaks. Then staying in a bubble, everything contributed, and eventually post World Cup, that's the reason I was like, you know what, that I need some time off and work on myself, work on my mental stability, work on my fitness, and then eventually now in a very healthy and happy space, and looking forward to all the challenges coming ahead.
You mentioned the word healthy and happy, and this I have to ask. Every time people think of Hardik Pandya and you're like, flamboyant and flashy and all. But each time I have spoken to you, either I'm at home with family, with my son, with my wife. So clearly there are these two very different images. For me, you have become this rooted father, husband, family man. So how did that transformation come about? Because each time I see that and I'm like, wow, man, this guy is now completely different from what the world perceives him to be. So tell me about husband Hardik Pandya and father Hardik Pandya.
I mean, it's very funny how I come across. Yes, I mean, the ones who know me, they know me. As you know me very well, so that's the reason you know a lot of things about me, which I'm a very, I mean, it does not look, but I'm a very private person. I don't share a lot of things except my few people who I know. And for me, I've mentioned a lot of times that my family comes first for me. Nothing else comes. I play this sport, yes. I love this sport, yes. But at the end of the day, my family comes first. And my son has given me the amount of happiness which I've not got in my 28 years. The happiness which I've got in last 17 months is, I can't match it. And the same way how Natasha has been a pillar for me as well mentally, and making sure that she's not from this country as well, but she understood a lot of things about my family. We are a very big family. We are like good 15, 16 people at once. You mentioned I don't go out because I don't need to. My family is my friends. My family is my best friends. I have a couple of my best friends who always with me. Where if I'm not playing, they're always with me. And when I'm with my family, I'm at my peace. I don't need anything in my life. If I don't have anything, still fine. But I need my family always to be there, because they are like my true strength in a way, where I've been here, I've been there, it's a roller coaster ride, which always gonna be. But,
are you a hands-on father? You change diapers, you change nappies?
I used to, but now he's grown up baby now. He's a papa's boy. He can't live without papa. That's what I realized. First word he learned was papa, which was very surprising. And I was away as well, but somehow he is right now. That's why when I was coming for this interview, I had to say that, papa is going for some work, papa is coming, and he's literally saying no. I had to tell him, what, you have one biscuit. By the time you finish biscuit, papa will come back. And then he's like, okay, go. You go, I come back. So yeah, I've been hands-on. My people are loving.
And this one I want to ask. You mentioned Natasha, but this entire COVID period, Hardik, it is important we celebrate them. How challenging was it for you, this whole issue of mental health, bubble life, etc., and how important has her role been in prepping you up, giving you that comfort, that cushion, that push, this entire period when the whole world has struggled with COVID? Talk to me about her and your her role in your life.
It has been very important role, to be honest, because she understands, she knows when like post IPL, post World Cup, she realized that I need a lot of more support. She was always there. She's been there in my. Yeah, she looks. To be honest, she does not have one child. She has two child. I am her child as well, because the way she looks after me, like, is. Yeah, from my, even if I have little cold, she'll make sure that I get all the medicines done. I eat on time. I sleep on time. I eat right food. Everything. It's basically, she's like my Agastya and Hardik are her son. And yeah, obviously the love is love, because of love we are here, and I'm genuinely very grateful. I'm with her, my brother. Krunal, my sister-in-law, Panku, they've been, all these three guys, Vaibhav, my brother, my mother, they've been tremendous in my support wise. I can't ask anything more from them than they already have given me. It's very difficult to explain, but I'm genuinely grateful and I'm genuinely blessed with such amazing people in my life, that I always believe that, if you are, my parents and my whole family taught me one thing about life, was that, be a nice human being and everything. You always land up. Trust me, bro. When I started this maybe 4 years back, this process of becoming a better human being every day, I have met such amazing and tremendous people in my life who they have been such amazing support that they've always stood by me, but the kind of learning I have learned from them is just, I can't match it. A lot of, they have never let me go on the wrong side. They make sure that if I'm, and with our family, no one is bigger, no one is smaller. Everyone was on the same path. Everyone has their opinion, and there is no sugarcoating. And that's what I love about it. There is no sugarcoating. If someone is wrong, someone is wrong. And someone's right, someone's right. So, yeah, that's something which I cherish and which I enjoy.
Interesting you say that, because clearly a close-knit family makes the best out of a human being. Hardik, I'm sure they've helped you deal with failure as well. When a World Cup failure like the way it happened in Dubai, clearly all of us were billing you up, Indian team, and you obviously did not get what you wanted. How did you deal with failure? How do you deal with failure? Because you've got to come back stronger. That's what sport is. It is real, not real. How does Hardik Pandya deal with setbacks?
It's part of the sport. I eventually have kind of learned, and it's very easy to say what I'm saying, but I genuinely think it's part of the sport which I play. And I've heard from a lot of people, a lot of greats, that you'll have more bad days than good days. But just that, make sure that when your good days are going on, you cherish. And I respect my bad days as good as my good days, because for me, I always, to be honest, how I deal with my setbacks, I actually celebrate my setbacks in a way, because if I don't value my bad days, how would I value my good days? So for me, value my bad days because it reminds me of my good days. So that's how I come back stronger. That's how I come back, and I respect that, when I get good days, I make sure that I respect it so much that it stays longer. So when I got, let's say, World Cup, to be honest, World Cup, bro, I was kind of getting sense of vibe that a lot of things came on me, right? Obviously, that is fine, which is fine. I play the sport, I get the. But the position which we were in, and when I went, I felt everything was kept on me. Everything was thrown at me. I didn't bowl, but it was. I didn't bowl, yes, but I was selected in the team as a batter. I worked hard to bowl in the first game, which obviously I was not able to. I got hit in the first game, and second game when I bowled, I was not supposed to bowl. I pushed for my team, but eventually setbacks, as you said, things happen, and what do you call?
Do I see you as the all-rounder that I want to see? I'm asking you a blunt question. Come the IPL,
yes,
am I seeing you bat bowl field?
That's my plan. I want to play as an all-rounder.
Hardik, everybody will hold you to this. IPL, World Cup, Indian team. We want you back as all-rounders. Are you giving that?
No, my preparation is all about playing as an all-rounder. If something goes bad, then I don't know. But my preparation, my hard work is all about playing as an all-rounder. If something
goes bad... Are you feeling good about it now? Are you feeling good about your body at the moment?
Yes, feeling good, feeling strong. and eventually the time will say what exactly happens.
Hardik, you've been supremely successful in what you've done. Each time an adversity has come your way, people doubted you, you've delivered. Whether people, sort of said you can't win India a test match, you've done that in England. People said, oh, you know what, Hardik can't do it in Australia, you've done that in Australia. So each time an adversity has come your way, you have been able to deliver. Can you make me understand that? Does that push you? Each time we challenge you, oh, you know what, Hardik's over. Hardik can't do it anymore. Hardik is done with. Does that sort of make you feel, chalo yaar, ab dekhte hain? Are you like that? I'm trying to understand you, the man.
I mean, to be honest, it does not. There are obviously when the show which I did, post that I heard a lot of comments by a lot of players as well. A lot of I won't name it, but a lot of people said that I'm done. I heard from a couple of players that what, after this setback, because it was how it was that point of time. So a lot of people wrote me out as well, saying that he's done now. He's not coming back from here. I generally do, and I think I've said this before as well. I told Krunal as well that what, people think that I'm done. Now I'll show you who I am. And for me, my way of answering is not by saying. My way of answering is coming back stronger than what I was before. So when challenges are always going to be there. But eventually, how I find myself is that I find motivation to work hard at the ground. So whatever gives me motivation, I'm fine with it. If someone saying something gives me motivation, I'm fine. But eventually, for me, everything goes back to my square root, which is my ground. I start from ABC again. I make sure I tick all the boxes which I need to tick. And I love making comebacks. It just it's kind of, it brings smile to my face when I see all like 2 months back something has happened, and then I see myself 2 months down the line. It gives me smiles. I enjoy challenges. Sometimes I enjoy as well people counting me off, because it gives me a lot of new opportunities, a lot of new challenges, and I've been lucky that I've been able to do well.
Few final questions before I let you go. One, you mentioned Krunal briefly. One thing that stands out for me is this bonding between you and Krunal. And this is amazing. I mean, both of you have had success, but there's no jealousy. There's no competition. You two are like, wow, man. I mean, this is actually something which gives me a lot of pleasure, seeing the two of you together. So word on you and Krunal?
As he's been my biggest pillar in my life. I mean, biggest supporter. He genuinely, Krunal keeps me in first in his life than himself, which is. I mean, he's been. We have lived together for 28 years. Okay, I have shared my bedroom. We had one room where we lived there for 17, 18 years. We were each other's best friends from the start. Because of me, he didn't have a lot of friends, because I was how I am. No, I was there when I was 13 as well. And honesty generally does not always work. But I was always honest. He has lost a lot of, his friends because of me. But he stood by me, man. There was a point of time in my life that he cared about my life more than even I cared about. So, which is the case right now as well. He is the biggest influence in my life, that everyone knows in my family, my wife, my whole family knows that if Krunal says something, there are good 100% chances that Hardik will obey and follow. So, and at his level, as you said, in our family, everything is one. We make money one. Whatever I make, whatever he makes, whatever anyone makes, it becomes one. It's never that you made this much. We never talk about all those things, that who has achieved what has achieved what. He genuinely, he always says that I want you. He's like, I can't come to your path, because he's like, I have always looked up to you as a cricketer. So for him, he always wants me to be ahead and keep playing and all that. So for me, Krunal has been tremendous. It's been quite challenging for him as a cricketer as well, because I always found that he has done a lot of good work, a lot He has done really well, but somehow the opportunities have never come through his way. But yeah, we are one of those. You know, you keep knocking doors, eventually someone has to open the door. So Kunal
Love
also
this.
believes that.
I really love this answer, and I genuinely wish the two of you to be, exactly the same way going forward in future. You've played so much with Rohit. Now he's captain of India. You've played with him in Mumbai Indians. Your thought on Rohit, the captain?
Yeah, it's been good. He gives players a lot of freedom. He does not interfere in a lot of things. He gives players to express themselves, which is a great quality as a leader.
Last one. Huge year for you. Father, husband, captain, leader, comeback. How do you look at it? Do you feel overawed? Do you feel pressure? Do you feel opportunity? You're like, to hell with everything, 2022 is mine. How are you looking at 2022?
To be very honest, I'm not looking forward. I mean, I'm not looking forward in a way that I'm taking one day at a time right now, just focusing on things because I don't want to get excited. I want to be in a calm zone because I've always done well. I've always achieved things while being calm. So obviously very excited, very looking forward to a lot of new challenges, new things. But at the same time, I'm going one day by day and making sure that I tick all these little boxes which are supposed to be. It might be sleeping, might be eating, might be making sure doing my stretching, or might be playing with my son, making sure I'm enjoying every little details which he does. Right now, he's doing such cute things which, if you take eyes away from him, you might miss a moment. So for me, right now, I'm just making sure that I'm around him. Those small little things he's trying to speak, he's trying to copy things. Then it's the way I'm looking is that 2022 will be quite a happening year for me for sure.
Absolutely, it started as a happening year for Hardik Pandya. I mean, if you're an Indian cricket fan, you want this man back. He's good for Indian cricket because we don't have a substitute for him, and that's the truth. You want an all-rounder like this man, a genuine all-rounder who can win you with bat, ball, and on the field back. And now with leadership responsibility, obviously we will see a very different Hardik Pandya come the IPL. And as he said, the World Cup is expected to be his crowning glory. He's always told me that he wants to win a World Cup, and it's not changed. Hopefully that will happen this year and next year when the World Cup is on home soil. So Hardik, we'll keep talking. I'm going to keep sort of scrutinizing you and challenging you and pushing you as leader as well. So all of those fun things will happen. But needless to say, wish you all the very, very best always. Thank you very much for talking.
Thank you so much.
It's gone to short cover.